I believe the biggest opportunity within programmatic is for people to be able to get rid of their inventory well, not get rid of their inventory, but sort of sell their inventory in a way where they're able to match the buyers to the sellers, not only in real time, but at the right time and with relevancy. I think that it's something that should be embraced. From a publisher point of view, programmatic is here. You know, it's here on display and it's here on video as well, and the technology that's coming through there is a real enabler, and it's a way for publishers to change their mindset from thinking that it is IO based buys, you know, sort of pen, paper and a phone call. There is still that opportunity to have the relationship, and you can build those strong relationships, but you're able to capitalize on it much quicker. Whether it's display or whether it's video, you know, for the Weather Channel in particular, whether it's in the States or whether it's international, the inventory is hugely dependent upon the weather, and therefore to be able to capitalize on it using the programmatic tools really unlocks that opportunity. You can capitalize on it, you can make money on it in real time.
So tell us about, you guys, this weather situation is quite unique. A lot of other premium publishers, some of them think this is great, some of them are pushing back. I mean, as you sort of speak to your colleagues or see the industry or the attitude of the premium publishers and broadcasters in the UK, let's say, what is the attitude towards making their inventory available either through an open situation or a private marketplace, or not at all? Give us sort of your views on that.
Sure. So I believe the publishers, as you pointed out, are of two minds. Some are sort of a little resistant to embrace it, others are going full hog. We're fortunate enough to be, you know, embracing it. It's here to stay. There's a real opportunity, and I think a lot of it is the mindset. You know, it's another tool in the toolbox. It doesn't have to be a one or the other. I think if people were able to bring it in and they were to embrace it, and you know, add value to it, and see it as an opportunity as opposed to a threat, then they can really capitalize on it.
But how do you see the value proposition emerging around premium video for brand marketers?
So I believe brand marketers have the opportunity to capture inventory that publishers are now making available. They're making it available not only on digital but on mobile as well, and across multiple screens. We only need to look at the Apple launch of their new phones, and you know, they're much bigger. They're built for video consumption. You know, the industry is swaying to video in a big way, and so if publishers can surface their content that they have, and many have a lot of very good content that they can make available, and they can make it available across multiple screens, and you can actually match up to the marketers and the buyers of that inventory, then it's a real opportunity for both to capitalize on the correct type of inventory to really build a brand with the right publisher that you want to be associated with.
And what about mobile video in the future of it? Is it also dependent on bandwidth of the carriers? Is it Wi-Fi? I mean, is it sort of limited? Where could it go, and what is the form factor of advertising? Give us your thoughts about the future of mobile advertising, mobile video.
So I believe mobile video to be a huge opportunity. There's still, in my belief, a bit of a sort of throw it from online to a mobile unit and hope that it works best. I think there's going to be a bit more disruption in the mobile video landscape, where it's more customized to the handset itself. But you know, the user experience is there. You know, it's personal. People have those phones on them all the time. They're watching it not only out of home but in home. Whilst, you know, I heard a term of meerkatting. You know, where they're watching terrestrial television or cable television whilst on their phone consuming other video content. So I think there's a real opportunity to synchronize with other messaging. But the way that the handsets are being built is built for video. The screens are getting bigger, it's getting there, so there's a real opportunity for publishers to customize their content to be viewable, make sure the user experience fits the screen, and match it to the brands that are going for it, that are utilizing what they have in expertise from traditional methods of television and cable, to be able to, you know, capitalize on the shareability, and the opportunity for multiple people to view screens at once and consume it over and over again. You only really need to look at the way that the likes of the Super Bowl is advertised on television, and you can, it's a one-off view. However, then it can be consumed on handsets, in-home, out-of-home, multiple times, shared all over the shop. It's a real opportunity for both.
And finally, the future of programmatic video, where do you think things are going, from your point of view?
Sure. So I believe the future of programmatic video is to continue its upward trend. I think there's going to be further disruption. There's going to be some added people to the marketplace. There's going to be probably a few people that leave. There'll be some more consolidation overall. There'll be some of the big players buying some of these up-and-comers that might have real focused expertise. They'll probably be taken on board, and they'll be able to bring that out at scale. I think from a publisher standpoint, there's going to be a real push in terms of strategy to have their video strategy and their mobile video strategy in particular aligned with what it is that the brands and even the agencies are doing in terms of their buying patterns. At the end of the day, they're the ones that hold the purse strings. But I think it's a real opportunity for the creative side as well. Going back to user experience on a mobile, it is slightly different. And also there is an abundance of consumable inventory out there. So from an advertising standpoint, the creative needs to capture someone's attention in a very short space of time and deliver its message, or at least hold the user's attention span for the duration. So I think there's a real opportunity and an opportunity for both sides there to develop the creative methodologies of showing the content, and as well as actually displaying on a handset that is set for purpose.